So, if you're anything like me, then we would share at least one thing in common. And what that is getting things to sound right in FL Studio. Now, a thing here that I've been trying to figure out for a long time that I finally got right for the most part is how to get the Hopes and Dreams lead guitar to sound right. Alright, so here we have this, whereas in the original it's this. It doesn't sound perfect, I can't get the EQ just right, but it does sound fairly accurate. You see, if I were to unmute everything here, sorry, I haven't put the correct amp on this yet, but it sounds basically accurate. Not perfect, but still accurate. You see, if we were to come over here, let me put the right amp on this real quick, which, if you didn't know, the amps here are the Shreddage presets. The Shreddage uses heavy chug, and the lead guitar uses power metal. Alright, so now let's hear this. Oh, sorry. Or perhaps even here at the key change. You know, it sounds good. Alright, so a reason I'm making this video is because I have never seen anywhere else except for one place that shows you how to get this right. So, what the lead guitar is the Ultimate Guitar Kit 2. It's the lead guitar from there. It's not the lead guitar slides, not the chord guitar or the smooth guitar. It's just the lead guitar. Now, you may get it like I did for the first time, really excited. You're like, "Oh, I finally got it. Let's go." And then you play it. And it just sounds like a normal guitar. You see, it's gonna sound pretty stupid, but whenever I first got it, I thought it would come preamped. It doesn't. Now, I'm pretty sure this amp is supposed to use ReValver HPSC, but I use Mark 3.5 because it has better, yeah, I'll just say 3.5 because it has better functionality. But, even though it's basically just a copy-paste of HPSC, or HPSC is a copy and paste of this, I don't remember. But, yeah, so the amp is basically just power metal, but you're gonna get that, and you're gonna be like, okay, well... That doesn't sound perfect, because nothing does. Another thing is you're gonna want to have the release up to, like, 15, because if not, then whenever you try to play that same thing I just did... You might end up with the little release noise, so just turn your release up. I just set it at around 15 because that's the lowest I've been able to get it. Now whenever you do it, you don't get that little descending sound there. Alright, so after you've got the amp, you're gonna want the EQ. Now, I will probably put the presets in the description in a Google Drive, because it would help, but if you don't want to do that, then this is the EQ here. After you turn that on, it's not as loud or screechy. So, this is on 199 hertz, and it's at 39%. This is 294 hertz. It's also on 39. Oh, all of these say 39%. Never mind. Something here is you're gonna want band 1 and band 7 to be like this. You see, I can't move it up or down or anything, and it's curved off. You can just do that by using your scroll wheel up here and scrolling until you find that little curve there. But yeah, I'm sure you can just visually copy this over. You're also gonna want reverb, I think. Hang on. Yeah, reverb. I'm using the original Fruity Reverb for some reason. You could use Fruity Reverb too. I just chose this one because it was the first one that I saw. It's got a 75 hertz low cut, 4 kilohertz high cut, 40 room size, 100 diffusion, warmer color, 4K kilohertz, well, 4.0 kilohertz. Sorry, I'm having a stroke right now. High dampening, 1.5 seconds decay, 100% dry, and 10% reverb. You're also going to want this delay. This delay is what gives it its iconic sound. And the delay is really simple. 80% volume, 0% offset, 3 seconds time, 66% cut, 50% feedback volume, just volume there. It's on ping pong mode, so that instead of just like it bounces from your left ear to your right, as opposed to where if we were set it to normal, it's just in the center. Okay, so you're gonna want 49% volume and 0% pan, and that is. Sorry for that white noise. I only have the ReValver trial. Jeez, I told you I'm having a stroke. And finally, the compressor, which doesn't really change much, but it's there. It's doing its job. It's got a negative 2.6 decibel threshold, 3:1 ratio, 8.6 decibels gain, 16.9 milliseconds attack, 144 milliseconds release, and hard for the type there. So yeah, that's how you get the lead guitar done. Now something else you may be wondering, just like me, just like I did, this is for people who are like me and having a hard time with this, is how to get this shredded right. Now, for a long time I struggled because you can, if I were to scroll past all this, you can see I have a decent bit of sound fonts here, and a lot of them are just Shreddage knockoffs because I didn't have the original, but I do now. So, gonna want to go into Contact. That's where it is. You know, I'm sure if you have it, you already know. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything interesting in here. You're gonna want to remove all the chord stop and fret release noises because, you know, it kind of throws it off a bit. Now, like I said, it uses the heavy Chug Shreddage preset amp here. You know, you don't really have to change anything in there. Now the EQ is really easy. You just gotta bump up the mid just a little bit. Number 5 there, just bump it up a little bit. That's all you need. The stereo enhancer, you're gonna want to pan it 4 milliseconds to the right. And you see, what this does is, say, you can hear it in both ears, but if we turn it off, it's in the center. But we turn it back on and it's spread out. And that's really, it's very important, because you see here, in this part, if we go ahead and turn the stereo enhancer off, it sounds like it's in front of us when it's supposed to sound like it's behind us. So that's what the stereo enhancer does. And yeah, it's 4 milliseconds to the right, and I'm pretty sure you don't touch anything else. If you do, I might have accidentally bumped this, but it says volume 86%, so I'm just going to go with that. It's on post and none. So yeah, ignore this reverb. I thought there was reverb on there whenever I first made this, and I haven't really gotten to deleting it. Here's the here's Maximus. You're gonna need that too. I'm not entirely sure. Doesn't do much, but it's there. You're gonna want it to look like this. You're gonna want to take this little bit here and bring it up to 3. I don't remember what the default is like, but just bring that part to the center of that cross there. And that's that done. And finally, the compressor. So you're going to want negative 15.4 decibels on the threshold, 2.9 to 1 ratio, 2.8 decibels gain, 15 milliseconds attack, 200 milliseconds release, and hard once again. And you see if we were to turn all of these off, as opposed to just, we'll keep the amp on there. This is what it originally sounded like whenever I made this, but now that I've got all these on, it sounds more accurate. Now I'm still not able to get it perfect, as this is a bit EQ on that. I'm still working on that too. But this is as accurate as I've been able to get it. Something else with the lead guitar here is there is always a square playing behind it. Sorry if you hear barking in the background. That's my dog. I mean, what else would it be? This is the 3x OSC pattern. It's square wave, of course, 24 course. There's also a sine playing behind it. I don't know if that's actually there or not in the real song. It's kind of hard to hear. This is the volume, the sustain all the way up, and the release time on 3%. This is the pitch. The amount here is -2%, where the speed is at 19%. There's also the attack time, which is on 31%. Mod Y is all the way down, and mod X is all the way up. So yeah, that's basically it for this square wave here. And yeah, that's been this video. I hope you learned something from it. I didn't expect it to be 12 minutes long, but that's whatever. And yeah, goodbye.